Welcome back to our channel. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so, and we shall bring you the latest news as they happen. And together we shall support our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network to make and put the Fulani Janjaweed to shame. He say the Buhari impostor cries to the army chief, Lieutenant General YahyaFarouk, after a security meeting recently in Abuja. He said that he's afraid that Biafrans have finally made up their mind, and the only elections they will permit in Biafra land is that of Biafran referendum. And the army chief wept and said, Nigeria is finished. You know, when Biafrans, reasonable Biafrans, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was warning and telling Biafran politicians that the Fulani controlled Nigeria that they are relying on will fail them and has nothing to offer to them. But they refuse to listen, thinking that they know it all, and that the Fulani Caliphate rewards their faithful slaves. Even Senator Enyinnaya Baribe was seen lamenting about Jamboree political parties' primaries, and he had to withdraw from the governorship race. And he cried. Abaribe and other Biafran politicians should not waste their time, their precious time. They should stop wasting their precious time. The Fulani Nigerian government is only deceiving everybody in the zoo called Nigeria. And there will be no elections, no Nigerian elections in Biafra land, except referendum election, which is a tax given to Biafrans by ŁKIKA. You know, the Fulani Nigerian government and their Fulani terrorist jihadist impostor, President Buhari, are fully aware that there is not going to be any Nigerian elections in Biafra land come 2023. The only acceptable election shall be a UN-supervised Biafran referendum that will bring about Biafra restoration and independence. Those Biafrans and Southern politicians still wasting their money, time, and risking their own life in the name of Nigeria elections should stop. They must stop, because this time around, we Biafrans are in new dimension, and there will be no election in Biafran land, no Nigerian election in Biafran land come 2023. They should forget the Anambra election, when IPOB said there was not going to be any election. They started running, left, right, and center. Everywhere, nooks and crannies, they were running from pillar to post, begging Biafran elders to beg IPOB. But this time around, we Biafrans, we are in new dimension. Come rain, come sun, come what may, there will be no elections in Biafra land. We Biafrans can't keep managing an unworkable, fraudulent contraption called Nigeria. We cannot manage any longer. We tried. The more we kept trying, the more the Fulani Janjaweed kept killing us, spilling our blood. They have killed more than 5 million Biafrans. They killed them during the Civil War, and they are still killing. Killing and pinning it on IPOB. But they have failed. You know, it is only the Fulani Janjaweed that are benefiting from this one Nigerian scam. And they are not even indigenous to Nigeria. You know, after they wreck Nigeria, this Fulani Janjaweed, they are very wicked. After they wreck Nigeria, they will all run back to their various countries in the Sahel of Africa. They will run back. Run back to those countries they came from. That is why the Fulani Janjaweed introduced terrorism in their game plan in order to create fear, instill fear in the mind of people, so that they will use fear to forcefully overrun our ancestral land. Other regions succumbed, but Biafrans stood their ground and chased away the Fulani Janjaweed terrorists. They chased them away, the mass murderers, masquerading as Fulani herdsmen. They were chased out. You know, they introduced terrorism in their new game plan, and their only interest is to milk Biafra of its resources and then ship them to Sahel and Futajalon. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned these greedy and selfish Biafran politicians, and the southern politicians as well, about the evil and wicked plans of the Fulani Nigerian government, but they all stubbornly refused to listen. And I hope the Biafran politicians are watching how the Fulani Janjaweed are dealing with ŁKΙ, one of their loyal slaves. Despite the fact that Rochas grew up in the Fulani North among the Fulani Janjaweed, ate their food, and spoke their language fluently. He speaks their language fluently. Rochas even sees himself as a privileged Igbo man with Fulani Caliphate connection. However, blood, they say, is thicker than water. The Fulani Janjaweed do not see him as one of their own. And that is why they are showing ŁKΙɁ, the corrupt and greedy Biafran politician. They are showing him their true color. You know, the Fulani Caliphate, they groomed corrupt and greedy ŁKΙÚ to betray Biafra and help the Fulani conquer Biafra land. They did not groom Rochas to become Nigerian president, and that is why the Fulani Janjaweed are disgracing him. They are disgracing Rochas for crossing the red line. The Fulani Janjaweed hates Ndi and would rather die than allow an Igbo man rule Nigeria. Goodluck Jonathan, the former Nigerian president, was hated and disgraced by the Fulani Janjaweed because of his Igbo middle name, Ebele. Even the Ndi in Rivers State, that is the ɁKWERE, ŁKCHE, and the rest Igbo tribes in Rivers State, including those in Delta State and Yoma, that denied their Igbo identities by changing names and history. That did not help them get favor from the Fulani Janjaweed. The Fulani Janjaweed even hates them more than the mainland Igbo. And that is why the Fulani Caliphate is allowing the multinational oil companies to pollute their land without consequences. The Fulani Caliphate wouldn't have allowed the pollution if Niger Delta Biafran land belonged to the Fulani Janjaweed. Some of the Yorubas and other Nigerian indigenous tribes are now realizing the truth about the Fulani agendas. And the only solution is Nigerian disintegration. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video. And bye-bye for now.